The All India Trinamool Congress right now flagging off an incident in Maharashtra. We have joined by Bengal Minister Shashi Paja. Ma'am, what is the main allegation and what actually has happened there?
So first of all, I need to clarify on behalf of the All India Trinamool Congress that this is not whataboutery. What when Bengal, any incident happens in Bengal, we see a selective outrage here. We see the agencies walking in, all the agencies, we see all the commissions coming in an incident of rape, which is very unfortunate, which should not happen, which we condemn, which the police takes action, which the government takes action. But here, All India Trinamool Congress is basically just trying to show it the mirror to an incident of the unfortunate suicidal death of a medical doctor, lady medical doctor, who was attached to a government hospital in Satara, Maharashtra. Where is the outrage on national media? Where is the outrage on the channels in Maharashtra? I want to know where is the noise. We want to hear that noise. The noise of people gunning for the Chief Minister's resignation. What steps have they taken against the police, who themselves are rapists? In this case, she has written, we have lost a citizen of this country, we have lost a daughter of this country who was subjected to mental and physical torture, rape. She had complained to the police, no justice was given to her. So where is the breaking news? Where are those screaming headlines? Why is everybody silent for a double engine Sarkar, double engine BJP Sarkar in Maharashtra? Why there is no noise all over the country? Why this selective outrage only when it comes to Bengal? That is what we are saying. If this crime happens here, it should be condemned. They should be punished with a bill like Aparajita. And if it is happening in double engine BJP Sarkar, then it should be also treated similarly. That is what we want to submit.
Well, we have seen two incidents right now in Bengal as well, in Durgapur and next in the SSKM where the POXO has been imposed. So there is a question by the opposition parties against the security of the West Bengal government.
So two things. You are talking about two incidents, one in Durgapur and one in SSKM. Now, let me speak about SSKM. This is a place which views the highest footfall of patients in a tertiary hospital, the Apex Hospital. Second is, if you look at the trauma care building, that is again a hotbed, hotspot, because all emergencies, especially accidental, etc., lands up. So there will always be a crowd. There will always be a chaos. Now, in that chaos, especially where the incident took place in the bathroom or the toilet, which was meant for doctors, where somebody walks in with a girl, you also have people standing in queue for MRI and CT just next to it. And there is the trauma care triage, where you first attend a patient. It is that busy. So, when you blame a security, that why can you not look at every person who's entering, and if he tries to do that, there will be a stampede then, and there will be further chaos. It is a chaotic situation out there. Obviously, this fellow with his pervert intent utilized that, and of course, it is condemned. He has been arrested. Very swiftly, the alacrity of the police and of the hospital administration. Meanwhile, the hospital administration has also set up a 5-member committee, and from the hospital, the doctors and those attached with hospital administration. Nobody is going to be spared. They're going to fix the responsibility. The person claimed he was a security. He is not a security of the SSKM hospital either. So, but yes, definitely this will be probed and the strictest punishment would be meted out. The victim has also been looked after from the health point of view and has been counselled. She is a child. The parents have expressed faith in the hospital administration and in the ongoing investigation. Yes, of course, we condemned. Now look at the Durgapur incident. Also, the attack. What I want to say is that this is, of course, there is a breakdown of a trust the girl trusted her colleague. Now, what happened on that day and how we all condemned, the police also sprung into action, allow the police to investigate. But look at what happens in Bengal is the BJP immediately jumps into it, jumps into the fire, and as if the BJP is conducting a separate investigation with all the wherewithal that they have, and they will immediately convert a single rapist to a multiple gang rape or whatever. The clear intent, nefarious intent is not to allow the police to investigate. They think that they will put pressure on the police. No. The police is not subjected to any pressure. They have worked and see how it unfolded and what really happened. So there is a clear intent of the BJP political party here in Bengal to immediately make it a fake narrative or a distorted script. And of course, we have been with the girl throughout, the parents and the girl. But look how it, I mean, that is the selective outrage that we were saying, that you had agencies, you had the National Commission for Women, you had them uttering statements which should not be uttered at that time. You had the Orissa Women's Commission coming here. You had the champions of women empowerment saying so many statements. I mean, and all of them is silent in the Maharashtra incident.
Well, lots of questions are raising on SIR right now, and we have seen that BJP has launched a slogan that if there is no SIR, there will be no election. And right now, as per the Trinamool Congress, you have opposed it, but is, as per sources, within 3 months it will be revised. Then is TMC is ready to tackle the SIR, or what is the strategy of TMC right now?
Trinamool Congress has a well-oiled election machinery. It works throughout the year. The government works throughout the year. It doesn't work before the election. And Bharatiya Janata Party is obviously suffering from this phobia because they're constantly losing. Even whatever seats that they had won in 2019, that got eroded. In 2021, they won 77 seats. That got eroded in 2024. So the erosion is taking place in the BJP votes. Now, what they are they're picking up, every kind of weapon, you can say, to create again a false script, to create, this is just optics, that SIR is the final answer and that we were misusing the voter list and things like that. Now, in one word, we would say, we have said many things about SIR, why we are opposing it, because our leader Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Bandyopadhyay have clearly mentioned that SIR is the backdoor for NRC. Second, if you are now saying that the 2025 January draft list of voter list is full of fallacies, this was the list which was utilized in the Lok Sabha 2024 elections. If that was not, it was incorrect then why did you have an election on that? So that means that election is also wrong. Whoever has got elected as MPs from this state, whichever party they may belong to, and all over India, if it was a erroneous list, it should, all MPs should resign. And if it was not erroneous then why is it erroneous now? Third is the deliberate intent to do everything in a hurry and to create, a fear amongst the voters of the state of Bengal. The voters feel that they are going to be disenfranchised. So this fear amongst them, those same papers which even the Prime Minister has, those papers are with them. And, to tax a poor person, to ask him for a passport. I mean, this is the kind of document that they are looking for. Very, absolutely irrelevant, very difficult documents. And they themselves who would swear by the Aadhaar, of course, Supreme Court has then said that Aadhaar should be accepted, but they were not doing it. So the Aadhaar, which was so mandatory for everybody, which was then utilized to open up even a bank account or even for an Epic card, suddenly they found that very illegal and could not be used to vote. So it is a constant, deviation from their own laid out policies or principles or whatever they believe in. But the intent is very clear that to create a fear, to create an element of doubt amongst the voters in Bengal, and to eliminate certain voters. This intent is clear, but it is done in the name of Rohingyas or Bangladeshis or infiltrators, that there are so many infiltrators and Rohingyas. Now look at the 65 lakh deletion of Bihar. When you look at the cause of deletion, not one cause of deletion is that they were infiltrators or they were Rohingyas or they were Bangladeshis.
Also in the current mapping scenario right now, they're saying the Election Commission of India is saying that 48% are all matched and rest are not matched yet.
No, so the Election Commission is trying also to say this, that all the exercises in the past by the previous election commissions every year, in every election, and in fact it was not even related to election commission functions throughout the year, and there used to be a revision of the list at least thrice a year. There was opportunity to delete and to include. So all of them worked wrong. Even those during the BJP government. This is a bit hard to believe, but they need to come out with it.
The questions are being raised that where are the immigrants coming from in Bengal, whether it is from another country or it is from another states.
No. You see, you and me have the papers, which papers are also there, and we have stood as we have stood as candidates. Now you are coming with a form and asking me to prove that I'm a citizen of the country. The question is, you prove that I'm not a citizen of this country. Second is, the borders are being guarded by the Border Security Force, which comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. And Election Commission is not empowered to say who is a citizen and not a citizen. That is the duty or the responsibility of the Ministry of Home Affairs, which actually says that who is a citizen and not a citizen. So why is Election Commission doing that? The duty of the Election Commission, of course, is inclusion or exclusion of dead voters or shifted voters, those who have duplicate cards. We ourselves have flagged this issue, that there are duplicate voter cards here, and we need to delete that. Because if you are a voter card here and you have one in Bihar or Madhya Pradesh or any of the BJP sarkars, those are under doubt. Our own leader has said this. So it is, again, we question the Election Commission, we respect them, and they should be calling all party, all representatives of all party. But questions directed to Election Commission are answered by the BJP, who comes out with certain numbers like 1 crore, 125 lakh people are illegal. Ek parinda bhi nahi cannot cross the border security. That's what the Union Home Minister had once said, that not a pigeon can fly across the border. So if the pigeons have not flown across the border, not even a housefly can, makhi bhi nahi udegi, then who is guarding the borders? And how have them sab itne ud ke kahan se aaye? You see, it's not. So the idea is to create a chaos amongst people. The idea is to disturb a democratically elected government, and they've been doing this since 2021. They've been doing this since 2019. They will use the same work that we do, like we've done for women empowerment and we've done financial empowerment schemes. You have copied and aped them outside. And when we were doing it, then you had said these were doles. It is quite evident that anything which happens in Bengal, they will blame the government, and anything happening outside, be it a social menace like a rape, when it happens outside, then they say, no, you should actually wait for the investigation to happen. No, you should not jump and things. Very different views on a same incident or the same matter.
Thank you, ma'am, talking with us. Shashi Panja with camera person Lisan Lod and Irban Sinha Roy for India Today, Kolkata.